Hi everyone, my name is Abilene, and today I'm going to be giving a speech to you on my top 5 recommendations for being successful in Dr. Graham's speech class. I believed at the beginning of this class, and honestly I still believe it just a little, that some people are just not meant for public speaking. And by that, I mean me. Public speaking terrifies me. When I was in high school, I had to give a graduation by exhibition, which meant that I had to give a speech or a presentation or even a dance in front of all my loved ones, in front of all my friends, and in front of faculty members who were there to judge whether or not I was ready to graduate high school. Absolutely terrifying. And in fact, I couldn't do it by myself. I had to do it with a friend because I felt like I was going to pass out and that I wasn't going to be able to accomplish that. Today, I will be sharing with you my top 5 recommendations for being successful in Dr. Graham's class. They are using a topic that you're interested in, checking Canvas multiple times a week, using all of the materials provided, practicing your speech out loud, and taking your time on all of your assignments. My first recommendation is to choose a topic that you're interested in or that maybe you already have some knowledge about. When I first chose my topic for my first speech, I literally went to Google and I searched interesting college speech topics. But that wasn't helpful at all because the results were so vast and so broad that I felt even more lost. What really helped me was to think of my major, to think back on the classes that I've already taken and that had interested me. I took out my textbooks that I still had and I searched through the index looking at all the topics until I decided this topic right here, that's what I know, that's what I'm interested in, and it's what I want to learn more about. Doing that made it really easy for me to pick my topic because I wanted to learn more about it, not only to do well on my speech, but also to do well in my future classes for my major. My second recommendation is to check Canvas a minimum of 2 or 3 times a week. Sometimes when you take online classes, you expect that every teacher is going to have the same routine, but that's simply not true. I was so used to taking other online classes that had everything due on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. that by the time I logged into class for the first time, I had already missed an assignment. Dr. Graham is very open from the beginning in his syllabus when things are due. Check Canvas at the beginning of the week and then plan accordingly so that you don't miss any assignments. His syllabus has every single due date, so make sure that you read it thoroughly and that you understand that although he does accept late work, he will be taking 10% off every day that it's late, and not everything is allowed late. For example, your speeches or your class discussions. Once those are closed, and we can't go back. So avoid missing assignments by making sure that you check Canvas multiple times during the week so that you can finish your work before the due date. My third recommendation for giving a speech, for being successful in this class, is to use all of the materials that Dr. Graham provides for you. He makes it so easy to pass this class because he gives you everything that you could possibly need. There's no need to purchase or rent a textbook because he gives them all of the required readings in the modules along with guided notes so that you have an easy note-taking experience. Besides the readings, he also includes videos that explain all of the assignments and what he expects from you. In addition to that, Dr. Graham gives very helpful examples of how to do the assignments so that you don't feel lost. When you start the critiques, it might feel intimidating, but he gives you some examples on how you can word them. Another material provided is all of the extra information that he provides on how to access tutoring, the library resources, and all of that can be very helpful when working on your speech. My fourth recommendation is to practice your speech out loud. Practice it in front of others if possible. Your family and your friends will be willing to give you feedback on how your speech sounded, on any changes that they think might improve your speech. And even if practicing your speech in front of others isn't something that you can do, if it's not a viable option, it's still a good idea to practice your speech out loud. This way you can hear for yourself, is your information flowing? Does it make sense? Is the information that I'm giving honestly important and relevant to my listener? Another plus to practicing your speech out loud is that it will give you an accurate estimate of how much time you will take. The first time I gave my first speech, my informative speech, I only did it in 4 minutes. Our time limit is from 6 to 8. I was not doing nearly enough. I was not giving enough information, and I was not talking at a good pace and rhythm in order for others to understand what I was saying. So set up the stopwatch that you have on your phone. I mean, everybody has one. And then that way you have an accurate estimate of how much time your speech will take you. That way you're not going too fast and you're not going too slow and you're in your time limit. Practicing your speech out loud is going to help you iron out those kinks that are in your speech. My fifth and final recommendation is to take your time on all of your assignments and make sure that the information that you're using is credible and is enhancing your speech. Make sure that when you do your critiques, you make sure that you think them out and you use words that are not going to put down or hurt others, but they're going to lift them up and want them to do better. Make sure that you take the time to do all of the readings and that you watch all of the videos. It will make it a breeze to go through the quizzes and your outlines and your speeches. At the beginning of the class, I was only giving myself about 3 hours to do everything for 1 week on a Friday in the afternoon. And honestly, that didn't work out very well because I felt like I was turning in subpar assignments and I was just stressing myself out. I was working at 11:55 p.m. knowing that I only had 4 minutes left to turn in my work, and I was just rushing. If I had allowed myself more time to do my work, this class would have helped even easier than it already was. Today, I discussed with you my top 5 recommendations for passing this class with flying aces. I think you should choose topics that you're interested in or already have knowledge about. Check Canvas 2 or 3 times a week. Make sure you use all of the materials and resources that are given to you by Dr. Graham. Practice your speech out loud and take your time on all of your assignments. That way, you will succeed in this class. Dr. Graham makes this class easy, but that doesn't mean you're not going to do any work. So make sure that you put forth your best effort. Thank you.